Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly for pricing. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a rather unconventional feature for this channel, but this is a 2020 model year limited edition of 9,999 pieces. It is the Seiko Street Fighter 5 Seiko 5 Sports Ken Limited Edition. So Ken is a character from the long-running Street Fighter series, and this specifically pertains to his presence in Street Fighter 5. The watch, which is limited but not uncommon, is 42.5 millimeters in diameter, 13.3 millimeters thick, and 45.9 millimeters from lug to lug, with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The watch is fascinating. It is based on the revived 2019 to present Seiko 5 Sports collection, and although dedicated to a Japanese-developed video game and made by a Japanese watch company, it has a baffling bilingual English and Spanish calendar. More on that in a moment. So the watch is a combination of DLC black stainless steel with a shockingly narrow lug-to-lug dimension. It does feature a combination of bronze and black DLC, so what appears to be gold-plated is actually in very good taste bronze rather than a plating. The watch wears surprisingly well on my wrist. It looks way thicker than it is, but at only 13.3, it's only a millimeter thicker than a Daytona. It's very short across the wrist, and I could recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. The timepiece is nicely weighted, nicely balanced, with an easy-to-wear shape and a strap that is surprisingly substantial for the price point. As you can see, it's a red textile. The color scheme of the watch is designed to evoke the character Ken Masters, of course. So we have a combination of gold hair and red and black accents. It's leather on the bottom, calfskin down on the bottom, textile on the top. Leather gussets are sewn in to prevent the strap from gouging, which is surprisingly prescient and farsighted by the designers of this timepiece. We have a little contrasting black on red stitch here, and we have a black DLC steel buckle to match the case. At the end of the strap, we can see a little symbol associated with the Ken Masters character and the Masters Foundation that he runs. You can see on the reverse side, we have the Street Fighter 5 logo, and in case you're wondering what's going on, and there is a lot going on here, we have the Street Fighter logo, Seiko, Ken, so you know whose watch this is. And then there's a little symbol right here that relates to the actual controller command that activates one of his signature moves. So the way this works is it is a very simple movement. Internally, this is the Seiko Caliber 4R36 automatic winding 41-hour power reserve. It has stop seconds, it has 24 joules, it is water resistant down to 100 meters, and it has that double quick set that we mentioned earlier. So let's take a look at that double quick set. First of all, take a look, hacking seconds. The dial base is glossy with a combination of black garnished metallic red indices, which is surprisingly nuanced, and as you can see, there's nice symmetry from top to bottom, side to side on this watch. Let's take a look at that quick set here. So here you can see that not only do we have both the English and the Espanol calendar, but the calendar is in two different colors, a combination of red and white, and it'll actually show you Espanol just before it rolls over into that second language. Now we can roll through the other side of the quick set, which involves the actual dates, and you can see this one's a little bit more conventional, but the timepiece is a wonderful piece of theater and actually quite nicely made, as the DLC is handsomely applied with a contrasting combination of satin and polish, which I didn't expect. The off-centered crown is designed to make this an easy ambidextrous watch, so if you're lefty or righty, the crown's not going to dig your wrist. You could see that we have a bezel that is, as you could see, unidirectional winding, but surprisingly subtle with 120 click precision, and it feels as crisp and smooth, somehow both at once, as you would find on a Grand Seiko bezel. You can also appreciate the fact that the bezel features an anodized aluminum exterior in a combination of black and red, and the timepiece is appealing in a lot of different ways, only a handful of which actually pertain to the video game being referenced. It's a good-looking watch in a wearable size from a great brand brand at a good price with a handsome and cohesive set of colors and styling signatures. So reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. Okay, back momentarily with the Seiko Ken. Loom is not the strong suit for this one with black loom used, but it does have a little bit of a glow, and I thought I should probably add that just to be complete.